Hello, hello. It's Bianca with Lotus Series Designs. I am going to show you today how I painted a set of nightstands using Dixie Belle paint products as well as Redesign with Prima decor products. This video was originally done on June 6, 2019. I did it Facebook Live. For your convenience, I went ahead and I cut out the bits that seemed irrelevant so that you get a more fluid education on how I accomplished this look on these nightstands. As a brand ambassador for both Dixie Belle Paint Company and Redesign with Prima, I am happy to answer any questions that you have. So if you have any, go ahead and drop them in the comments. Without further ado, let's get into it, you guys. We're going to paint some nightstands. Have fun. Hi, I'm Bianca, Lotus Series Designs, and I am going to show you how I created this nightstand on this. So for this, what I did is I did a base coat like you see here in sea glass, which is this by Dixie Belle. Excuse the crust. I am a very messy painter, and I'm really bad about keeping things clean and brushes and all that. But so that's what this is. It's a base coat, 2 coats of that. I went ahead and got that done because that's boring. Unless you guys wanted to see that, let me know and I'll take it from scratch. Take it from, its nakedness next time. So anyway, right now it's wearing 2 coats of the sea glass, and then over here, what I did is I blended in a little bit of the Midnight Sky and a little bit of drop cloth. And then as you can see, I did an adhesive transfer by Redesign with Prima, so we'll get there. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this so I don't get it all icky with paint splatters. All right, so I'm just getting myself together here, you guys. I never have it together. This is a nice little trick when you're storing your paintbrushes. I keep a huge box of Costco saran wrap handy, and I just wrap them up instead of Ziploc bags, because that's expensive. Okay, let me tell you how I got to the other nightstand. Thanks, you guys. You guys are so cool. Thanks for cheerleading me on. I literally, on the other nightstand, just challenged myself. And when I say that I challenged myself, I am normally like, I don't like brush strokes, and I like it all clean and uniform and smooth. For the other one, I just kind of slapped it on wherever it would go. Because in my heart as an artist, that's what I feel that I want to do. I just want to slap it on and just kind of let it create itself, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of what I did there, and I'm going to try to replicate that here, okay? Water. Messy, right? Sea glass. We'll just see what happens, you guys. I am calling this, I guess, like the 5-year-old challenge. That actually might be a good challenge, you guys. We should do that. We should have a contest. The 5-year-old challenge. Let your inner child out. It's gonna look like a hot mess, you guys. The other one did too. It was so ugly, but I got it there. My nemesis. You guys, I am like fortunate enough to have a little bit of air conditioning in here. There's like one tiny vent that I can feel pushing a little bit of air out on me. That, and I put my air at like 72, which means I'll have a $600 electric bill, but I don't care. So right now I'm just adding in a little bit of the drop cloth. Again, Whatever's happening is happening. It's just kind of how I'm rolling at this point. Back to my sea glass. So you can spray directly onto the piece or on the brush. I do a little bit of both. If you guys saw my blog yesterday, I spent most of my time spraying directly onto the brush, but sometimes I'll do it right on the piece. And when I do it on the brush, I feel like I just have more control. Here I am telling you guys to just let loose and let it go, and also preaching more control. I've never said I made any sense. So Midnight Sky and Dixie Belle is like, well, I'm sure they have a better way of describing it on their website, but it is almost black, but with a purpley hue. I don't know, it's pretty, and it's turning gray on here, which I like. I'll check your comments in a sec, guys. Can you guys see? Am I like standing in front of it? Do you guys like the back of my hair? Okay, it's getting there. So the reason that I'm like doing it all crazy like this and not really thinking too much about it is because life is too short, right? There's just freedom in this 5-year-old way of painting. See what happens. All right, let's put some more of this in there somewhere. I find that, because you guys, or a lot of you guys know, that I have a group. Not that I'm trying to push you guys there, preach the group, but it's really nice to have this group because people talk and they share their feelings and whatnot. And I find there's a lot of fear in this industry as far as what you're doing and how you're doing it, and there's one right way, and that's baloney. I know you guys have questions. I'll get to them in just a sec. Yeah, I'm spinning the brush. So this brush by Dixie Belle, OM, I don't know what it stands for, you guys. I'm new and learning, but I like its roundness. I like it for swirling, because it's kind of like grunging it up and giving like a wax look without wax. I always keep a wet rag handy, you guys. This is my oval medium. Thank you, Chrissy. Where'd it go? You guys. Oval medium. Oh, I'm funny, Carla. Good. Can't have you guys bored to tears. Hey. So, you guys, like, I go and buy boxes of these things, like in bulk, like 25 pounds of rags. They're great because you use them and then you throw them away. And I've bought like t-shirts, but like men's under tank tops, but they're kind of ribbed, and I don't like the way that they look. So, did you guys see what I did here? By the way, I just kind of dabbed a little bit of the white paint on, and I'm just kind of dabbing away a little bit of the excess. Again, for a grunge look. So, I'm starting to distress, which actually I was going for here. That just kind of happened on its own. In this case, it's a good thing. That's what I was going for, and that's what I have going on the other piece. In the future, with using all of these paints and these waters and whatnot, they tend to reactivate the base paint, which I had done the base coat already, like a half an hour before I started doing this. So it's like reactivating that paint. And as I'm dabbing my rag, it's pulling up the paint, which is what I want. And I get what I want. Yes. That's some of that skin underneath. Show, girlfriend. Yes. Okay. A little bit of white there. So if I didn't want that to happen, I would have left the base coat sit probably overnight. I'm sure you don't have to wait that long, but why not? You know, if you're trying to go for a super clean look, patience would be key. All right. So the other nightstand took me a while. I did many layers of paint back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, kind of like what I'm doing here, until it got to where I wanted it. And the cool thing too, you guys, is what I did on the other nightstand after I slopped all my paint on like this, like a mad woman. When it was dry, I went over it with some very fine grit sandpaper and smoothed it all out. So don't be scared. I gotta tell you, I've been like afraid to do lives and do like this kind of a thing in front of you because it looks like a hot mess, right? And it's very easy for an artist to want to show you their end results and not the blood, sweat, and tears that got us there. Almost there, you guys. Yes, honey. Sometimes I do this at my piece for a while. Try to figure out where I'm going to go next. Sorry guys, keep putting my big old head in the way. There. Okay. This needs a little bit more sea glass, I think, blended kind of in these darker patches, and maybe some drop cloth. So let's see what happens. So right now I am adding a little bit more of the Midnight Sky, the darker color here, into the grooves. Because again, I'm going for like a waxed glaze look without actually waxing or glazing. And then I'm just kind of going over it like this with the sea glass. So you can kind of see it, I hope you guys can see it, left over in the grooves. Words escape me. All right, it's getting there. We might get rid of some of it here. Sometimes I like to let my brush also get to not be so wet. So like the more I'm like using it, the drier it's becoming. And then I can just kind of go over some parts with it without getting it wet again, and it creates like a dry brush effect. Which is kind of what I'm doing here. See how it, you probably can't see it, but there we go. Can you see that, you guys? Probably not, and I'm not moving my iPad. Sorry. Took forever to get it set up right there. in there. Yes, that's the grunginess I was looking for. Like, it almost looks like texture on my end. I know it's really hard for you guys to see, but it almost looks like texture. I keep ending up off the screen. I'm so sorry. I had it horizontal, and then Facebook was like, meh, turn it vertical. So now I'm like... So Laura, that's really cool. Laura says that she tried blending with her fingers, you guys, and so she says she literally put the paint down with a brush and then used her fingers to blend. That's cool, you guys. We should try that together. Yes. Grunge it up a little bit. Okay. So do you see all that? The transfer, the light's probably reflecting. Here we go. So that is an adhesive transfer by Redesign with Prima, and it is their blue foil. And if it's dry enough and it's gonna let me, I'm gonna show you how I did that so we can get a little bit of variety in this live. So, you got it? Is it burned into your brain? Because I'm putting it down. That's the transfer, and it's probably backwards. Anyways, Moroccan Dreams. So that's what it looked like. And all I did, because I didn't want to like go too crazy on the transfer, but I just felt like it was blah and it needed something, is I cut out that piece off the transfer, if you can see it. And this is what it looks like. So I just kind of cut the one side. It was a rectangle. I randomly cut one side off, put it on the nightstand, and then kept the other side because I'm going to do the same thing on this nightstand. And if you guys haven't seen the adhesive transfers before, it's yellow and you're probably like, what the heck? That's the sticky. It's an adhesive transfer. So this gets laid down and then we're going to put foil over it. Redesigned by Prima's foil looks like this. It's called Decor Foil. This one's Moonwater and it's blue. So that's what I put down to complement the sea glass. I love how Dixie Belle's and Redesign's products like complement each other. It's like when you show up somewhere and you and your BFF are wearing the same outfit and you didn't plan it. Anyways, so I'll show you how I did that. Yeah, I think we're dry enough. I'm just gonna smooth it a little bit, you guys. So I have like a strip of sandpaper here. I already used this side. Anyway, I just kind of fold it once, fold it twice. And what this is doing is just smoothing away any kind of bumps, especially because I'm gonna lay a transfer over this portion. And the finer the grit, the better if you're just trying to smooth, because it's not actually taking any paint up, it's just taking any roughness up. I talk with my hands a lot, you guys. Yeah, okay. So it looks like for my other nightstand, I put it here. You guys want to go here? Okay, this stuff is so sticky, so you want to make sure you're grabbing it not on the transfer itself, but just on the plastic. All right. Here we go. All right. They come with the stick. I'm just rubbing it on. If this were a regular transfer, you guys, I would probably wait before putting it on here. Like, wait till it's really, 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 really dry. But because this is like, it's just different, and it's like pretty glue, it shouldn't bubble up. But if it were regular, I would definitely wait. I usually, when I'm using regular transfers, will slap my paint on and then let it sit overnight and then come back the next day. Because I like to make sure that my paint's really, really dry before putting the transfer over it. That's partially why I chose this one, to show you guys, because we can just keep it moving. We don't have to wait. Julie, it's a adhesive transfer, redesign with Prima. And don't worry about the yellow, we're gonna cover it up. And they have all kinds of colors for the foil too. All right. So as I'm grabbing the plastic overlay, I'm gonna rub and pull back carefully. I don't want to rip anything up. The nice thing about the adhesive transfers, I wish I could show you guys like a close-up, but the nice thing is that you can actually see it. Gosh, how can I describe it? Like, you can see it going onto the piece, so you know it's safe to pull up. Like, you can see it better than a regular transfer. I don't know, I can't explain it. You'll just have to buy one and try it. Yes, we're getting there. Almost there. Okay. Water and then foil. Okay, so I'm going to open up this foil and show you guys what it looks like. And then I'm going to tell you a funny story. So it comes in 6 sheets. It looks like this. Here is, you can see where I used some of the foil on the other nightstand. So that's kind of cool. I always try to use as much of the foil as I can. It's kind of like when you're rolling out cookie dough. You guys will find I compare a lot of things to food, but anyway. So when you're rolling out cookie dough and you're trying to like cut out your shapes and make sure you use more of the dough, the most of the dough that you can, so you don't have to keep rolling dough out. That's kind of what I do here because waste not. And when you put it on, you're gonna want to put it on with your pretty, not the back, with your pretty side up. You guys, the first time, I don't know what I was thinking, and I slapped it down, pretty side down, like that. That was a mess. I ended up rolling with it because it looked kind of cool, but it wasn't what I was intending. So, pretty side up. Okay. I'm gonna grab a fresh one for this. Here we go. Ready? So I'm just using that same stick and I'm rubbing it on. The goal is to get the entire adhesive covered up, and you'll see when I pull this back, there's gonna be spots that I missed, and that's totally okay. Don't freak out. Oh, you guys, I need some music. Next time I might just have music playing. I always have music playing. Music junkie. And I listen to all kinds of music. Just depends on my mood. Alright, we're getting there. I'm pulling back. See how there's still a little bit of yellow showing? It's okay. It's alright. Not that it doesn't look cool with the yellow. You guys probably can't see it. There is some yellow showing. That's alright. I'm just going to take some of the parts that I didn't use and fill them in. So right now I'm just kind of filling in the leftover yellow from the adhesive transfer with the foil. And you guys probably didn't notice, but I also had some silver leafing going on the other one. So I'm not aiming to fill in all of the yellow because I'm going to throw some silver foil or leafing sheets on whatever's left over. So close. I had a pen of the glue for the foil, like somewhere, and I can't find it. But it's a pen, it's a glue pen, specifically for this, and it's this stuff. So I'm going to do this while I'm working on that. Let the glue get settled for a minute. So on the other one you probably didn't see, but I had some silver leafing going on. And where I put it was in the spots of the adhesive transfer where the yellow was still showing through. And then I let it kind of just run down the leg a little bit, just a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get the glue on there because you want to wait a few minutes between applying the glue and then putting on the foil. And again, I'm just going to kind of slap it on, kind of like I was doing my paint. Alright, that's good enough. I'll talk to you guys for a sec so that glue can have a chance to set. And then I'll throw the silver leafing on. And then I think we'll be good. Because it is hot and I wish I had a pool because I would so go take a man bath. Once that glue sets, I'm going to put a sheet of this on there. So we'll just give it a few minutes. It's beautiful. Thank you for teaching us how to use adhesive transfers and foil. Need to order some soon. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. And you guys, you don't have to use the whole transfer. There are times where I just use a portion, as you saw on this, and then I have scraps or some left over. You don't have to use the entire transfer. So the thing that I'm liking about using the Dixie Belle paint on this, you guys, I come from using enamel. And even though I have found a way to blend enamel, it still doesn't blend as good as this stuff. It's so easy to manipulate. Like, I'm looking at it, and even though I've figured out how to blend enamel, it's not the same as what I'm getting here. So that's really cool. Okay, you ready? Let's see. Almost there, like 2 more minutes, you guys, and then we can put that silver leaf on. But I'm going to start putting it here on the yellow spots that you can't see. Here we go. This is going to get messy. Actually, let me cover up my paints really quick. And thanks for reminding me. Spray my paintbrushes so they don't get too dry. Okay, here we go. So I'm just kind of randomly putting it on. It's sticking to where the adhesive is. Don't worry about how it looks now. We're going to remove all of that excess. Hey, Amaya, do you want to come say hi to my friends?
Not really.
No?
No.
That's my teenager. Don't take it personal. She doesn't want to meet you guys. You look like a bum?
Yes.
She said she looks like a bum. Alright. Are any of you guys mothers or dads to teenagers? Or have you been? It's my first and only child. And so everything is like new for me. And she's like a few weeks from 16. She's a good girl, but that teenage angst, you know. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
As per usual.
I'm going to remove the excess, and I'm going to use this foam brush to do it. Told you it was going to get messy. So, and you can just pick up the excess and put it back on there if you missed a spot. Which, I totally missed a lot of spots. Some people just lay it down like in a flat sheet, just the whole sheet. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. Just depends on what I'm going for. No right or wrong. Okay, now moving on. So now I'm going to go ahead and put it on the glue spot that I created. Found a bristle. You guys, this is where my music brain goes. Why does this, as I'm doing it, remind me of that Take On Me song? What was that, like the 80s and the music video? And I don't know, they're changing between like real life and like pencil drawings and I don't know. Removing excess. Yeah, they do know everything, teenagers. I did too when I was 16. And then I thought I knew everything at 20. Then 25. And I'm stopping there because I told you my age is none of your business earlier. Love you. Okay, that looks cool. I will move my iPad now. You guys have earned it. See it? And I still have a little bit of yellow. I know it's hard to see. I'm trying to, there we go. You can see the yellow. It's okay. I'm just gonna put some foil in there and be done with it. Yeah. Hello. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Sorry, the whole world is shaking, it looks like. Try to put this back. Because I think I'm done here. Oh, let me tell you what I did with the other one. When I was done, and I'm not going to really get into it, but I'm probably going to go back on this one. I'm going to do probably just a little bit more blending to perfect it. On the other one, I took like a brush and the drop cloth. Here, I'll show you really quick. So I just took the brush, like a small paintbrush, dipped it in the drop cloth. I'm right-handed, let me switch. Okay. And just kind of highlighted the trim. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you should be able to see it. So I did that on the other one, all the way around. Then I think I did a little bit here. I also did it here on the filigree, down here, and just a little bit. That back and forth thing I was doing. To kind of create like a dry brush look and so that the drop cloth isn't so stark. Okay. I got silver leaf all over my handkerchief. I'm gonna put it all over my face and look like never mind, I won't even say what I'm thinking because I don't know if Facebook's ready for all that. Okay. Any questions? Thank you guys. Yes. Was that song? Uh-huh. Yes. Take on me. Take on me. Yes. So that's gonna be in my head all day. Any questions before I sign off? and probably go harass my teenage daughter. New? Yeah? Thanks, Kelly. Thank you. You guys will see the final product of this at some point. What I didn't show you is that the backs, they have, whoever owned them before, cut holes in the backs, probably to get their cords through to be able to charge like their phones through the doors. And then the shelf that's inside is badly warped. So I'm actually going to replace all of that. So it might be some time before you see the finished product. You know, oftentimes it's more than just paint in this industry. I actually have to replace the backs on both of these, so, and one of the shelves inside. The other thing that I didn't show you guys is, hold on, because I feel like this is important to note. So, oh yeah, and I gotta clean these drawers out and sand them and do all that fun stuff. So that's like the not glamorous stuff. So anyway, so I had taped off the sides, and I did the same on the door. And I'm telling you this because you're probably wondering, like, oh, she's just painting, it's gonna be a sloppy mess. It's not. And sometimes I do paint these rims here. I opted not to because they're kind of tight fitting in there, and when you paint that, sometimes it sticks, and I didn't want to have a sticking situation, so I just left it naked. Should I leave you guys with naked? That'll be my last word. Okay, yes, so Leanne wants to know where you can get these products. I am going to drop my affiliate link for Dixie Belle in the description. So when this is all said and done, I'm going to go back and edit the description. I didn't want to take too much time trying to figure that out because if you guys saw my first live, my blooper, that was not good. Anyway, so I'll drop that there. You can order through Dixie Belle through there. I would love you for it because I get a little bit of a kickback for it. And then I could feed my hungry teenager. But, you know, not to sound thirsty or anything, but that's where you can get Dixie Belle. I do sell Redesign with Prima. I don't sell these transfers, so if you guys are a Redesign by Prima group member, they do have the retail list on there. I don't sell this, but I do sell other transfers. I have some foil transfers, and I have some of the regular transfers. My inventory is getting kind of low, you guys. I don't think that Redesign with Prima realized how fast they were going to sell out of their transfers, and so a lot of them are on back order. That's a good thing. I know some people are like frustrated with that, but I see it as a positive. That means they're doing their thing. So anyways, lotustheorydesigns.com. You can get some transfers there, but if you want to get like the adhesive transfer or the foil, you're going to have to find another retailer. I should probably figure out, like, have a partner retailer that I can work with. I'm going to make that happen. Okay, if you guys don't, yes, I'll drop the link. If you guys don't have any more questions, yep, naked, Julie says. Then I'm out of here. Bye. It's been fun, you guys.